What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom of the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we will be doing another update on the Drake lawsuit versus what is now UMG. So if you haven't seen recently, Drake added an amendment to the UMG lawsuit that references the Grammys and Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. So before I get into the exact details on that, I'll get into the whole. I'll give you a breakdown, a quick breakdown of the lawsuit because I did it a couple times. If you want a full breakdown, go watch some older videos. But I'll just give you a little sweet right here. But so if you don't remember, the original lawsuit, or at first it was a petition, was against UMG, Spotify, and iHeartMedia. Spotify and Drake, they basically withdraw pretty quick from each other. Basically say no harm, no foul either way. Next was iHeartMedia. iHeartMedia went a little further with the lawsuit as well, and Drake went a little further with his lawsuit against him as well. But iHeartMedia decided to withdraw once they were getting investigated by the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, for payola. If you are unfamiliar with payola is very similar to what Drake is accusing a UMG and illegal business practices of just basically like paying certain people for promotion. It was this payola in iHeartMedia is referring to like certain people at Hot 97 getting money at the table, but yeah, that is why iHeartMedia ended up withdrawing. So obviously Drake and UMG have took it a step further. So another part of the breakdown, if you don't remember the three bases or what was in the specifics of the lawsuit. So the lawsuit has been filed on three bases: it's defamation, harassment, and illegal business practices. So like I said, I'm not gonna give you a full breakdown on what they were saying. Well, you can kind of guess what defamation is, and you probably don't know. I'm not giving you full breakdown harassment thing. Just go watch the older video for that. But I will say is that I've been saying from the jump, I felt like the defamation was the weakest one. The harassment was and the illegal business practices was the strongest thing he had. So, and I think the legal business practice argument got even stronger when you consider what happened with iHeartMedia, because obviously they have. I'm not gonna say because they haven't been, found guilty to anything yet, but obviously for somebody like the FCC to investigate you, you might have been doing funny business somewhere. It's something funny somewhere. So obviously they might have a history of this. So um now this a new amendment that references the Grammys and the Super Bowl halftime show. This is basically going to be part of the defamation part of it. Like I said, defamation part of it is weak, but now I'm just gonna give you the specifics on what the amendment was. So starting with the Grammys. Now Kendrick did not perform like us at the Grammys, but he received, obviously awards for his album, the disc, and the song, all that. So we all seen how many Grammys that Kendrick racked up, and when they played the song during the Grammys, the crowd sung along to it. So yes, the audience singing along to it is in the amendment. If y'all think I'm tripping. Now, as far as the Super Bowl, we all watch Super Bowl performance, but so obviously he performed not like us. He had to on that stage, but and we all know the certified lover boy certified PDF file, and so he didn't say the certified PDF file on obviously, well, I was gonna say national TV, but Super Bowl even bigger than national TV, so 130 million people watching. So he didn't say it, but it was insinuated, and we all know from watching that the crowd basically filled in the gap for him. And he also references the him saying "say Drake" and then looking at the camera, and how that became a viral meme. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the amendment. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now if y'all have watched the videos before, you probably seen it. Now I am a Drake fan. I will admit I'm definitely a Drake fan. So some of this, I mean, I don't agree with the argument of when people trying to directly say it's the rap beef and it's soft and things of that nature. So I disagree with that argument. As far back as the defamation part, I always thought the defamation part was very weak, for the simple fact, like I said, it is a rap beef, and I just feel like y'all said stuff about each other both ways that could be, used in court or used in this sort of thing. So if you trying to say yours is protected by rap or truth, lies, whatever the hell, you can kind of say that for the other way. That's why I always thought the defamation was weak. Now the harassment, I always thought the harassment was but the reason I thought harassment, the reason I thought the harassment was just because of how big of a public figure Drake was, so he could be getting harassed from anywhere. But and as far as the legal business practices, I always thought the legal business practices had some validity to it, just for the simple fact, like I said, the iHeartMedia makes it a increased thing, and we just have certain like details that have been skewed out a bunch of time that sound funny about the pricing of the licensing and things of that sort, and certain videos get whitelisted, even though they said some of Drake's video got whitelisted too, but yeah, I do think he do got a case for legal business practices, but this amendment, I don't know how this is going to hold up in my personal opinion. Like again, let's not act like I got super legal expertise, but from my perspective, I don't know about this one honestly. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. ID TikTok on the video, and we out.